Ladies and gentlemen, I feel it's just important that I tell you now to put in a public safety warning, because there's going to be some pornography. I'm going to be showing, this is I'm sorry, but it's strictly over 18s only, because we're going to be looking at some porn. The MV Agustas. We have the craic RC 800cc triple, and we have the Brutale 1000 and double R, as it says there, at 23,000 pounds worth of porn, and for an extra 10 grand you get about 32 grand's worth of porn. Don't say I didn't warn you. I did put a disclaimer. I'm sorry, this is better than X-Hamster, if you ask me. Look at these. It's MV Agusta, ladies and gentlemen. We all know they're works of art. They always have been, and this is just the attention to detail is just fucking mad. I mean, look at this. Even the 800. This is an 800, but it's the RC, the Reparto Corse. Fluent Italian, as you can see, but it's just absolutely just gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. And this is just a beast. I mean, it's Brutale. Is there ever a bike out there which has lived up to its name? Brutale. But that's not all here on the MV Agusta stand. We have their version of the adventure bike. It says LXP. I can't remember what the name of it is. It wasn't Lucky Strike, it was Special Strike, or there's some similar name that there was like an homage to Lucky Strike cigarettes, which has kind of put me off against them being a non-smoker. I'm like, I really don't want to ride a bike that's got any homage to cigarettes. It's a good looking bike. There's only MV Agusta that can do it. But what do we have over here? Come with me, come with me. The Super Veloce. Now, I gotta admit, when this bike came out a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, that was COVID. We all lost 2 years in that COVID. Let's just ignore that. I thought it looked a little bit kind of awkward. I wasn't totally over enamored with it. Oh my God, this color scheme. This is, oh, jeez. This is absolutely beautiful. This is in and around 28,000 pounds. But for a work of art, that seems just like a bargain to me. MV Agusta have other bikes here. There's something there, it's kind of another adventure bike there. I don't really care about it. This is gorgeous. One more bike though. One more bike. Let's go have a quick look at it. One more. The F3 800 RR. Another triple. Oh, I'm going to sit on this one. 147 horsepower. 100 and something kilos. I don't know what the weight is. I don't care. I don't care. It's gorgeous. Did I just drool there? I think I just drooled. But what does it matter? Absolutely beautiful. This is around 22, 23 sterling, something like that. I mean, it's big money when you consider what you can get for like BMW S1000 RRs, and I think the Panigale, V4 Panigale base one is not too far and around the same price. So for an 800, oh, for God, look at it. You're paying for individuality, you're paying for a unique style and look. And how many more are you going to see these on the road? Absolutely gorgeous. MV Agusta. I'll be sleeping well tonight. I need to get myself an MV. I need one in my life. I need one. So if you see me every year, I do nothing but spread the love on Royal Enfield. I love this brand. I love what they do. Every year, this stand gets bigger and bigger. We got stunt rider bikes. We got, okay, there is an EV. We'll ignore them on that. We'll let them go on that. There are record-breaking bikes. There are custom bikes. I just love the brand. As you may have seen in my video from last year, from December, I finally got round to test riding the GT650 Interceptor in Lanzarote, and I loved it. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Again, it's 44 horsepower, that's 650cc V-twin, but it's just lovely. It's that lovely way of riding, that particular feel. It brings you back that purity of the riding. Oh God, I'm talking a lot of wank now, aren't I? The purity of riding feel. But it's true, we don't need to be riding 200 horsepower motorbike the whole time. Fun as that is. Did I say 200 mile an hour, 200 horsepower? 200 anything, it's a lot. Something like this, you just got, I was going to say wind in your hair, but you have to wear a helmet. You know what I mean. I'm talking gibberish. I love Royal Enfield. We have, I was hoping to ride the Himalayan, the new Himalayan 450 earlier on today on the Experience. They didn't have it here. They only had the old one. And I've ridden the old one, and I got to say, it was a step too far. The step below it was just a little bit too agricultural. 25 horsepower, there wasn't much in it. But the new one, 50cc more, 40 horsepower, I think. That's more than enough for what it is. And I sat in it. They do have one to stand in. I sat in it. It looks like a completely different machine altogether. But the rest of these bikes, lovely. I love the image. It was such a tremendous bike to ride around Lanzarote. You're out in the air in the mountains, looking over the ocean. It was just a lovely, lovely feeling. So yeah, you're not going to get anything else but love from me. They're about starting off at around 6.5, 7 grand. There's a few little competitors now with BSA coming out now as well, but for that money and the customization on these, you've got a huge support network on them. Can't go wrong. If you love the style, Royal Enfield is a big plus from me. The new BMW GS 1300, there's just no finding a free bit of space here to film with just the bike around me. Probably the most popular bike here at the show. There's 3 of them here. There's actually 3 of them here on the level and 1 up in a rack. I'll cut to that little bit of footage there now, but yeah, if I'm going to stand around waiting for it to be free, that I've got no one behind me, I'll be waiting a long time. So you've seen all the reviews, there's loads of reviews on it. It is a huge step change over the 1250. Styling was, for me, actually sitting on it, it is so much lighter. It feels a lot smaller, a lot more nimble. The 1250 to me seemed to be a bit like you're just getting a bit, well, it depends on which one you get. You have the Adventure and the TA and the GE. There's just too many, and this is carrying on that tradition. You want a BMW JS, add on another couple of letters and a few grand on top of it as well. They're starting off at, I don't know, 15 grand. Add 10 onto it if you want to. It's about 145 horsepower, so a lot more power out of the 1300cc engine. The front headlight is a little bit kind of, you know, I like it. I like it a lot better than the last GS, that kind of asymmetrical light system. I like it. I think it's a handsome looking bike. BMW, I mean, the GS is the daddy. I mean, what can you say about it? I think they've certainly improved on it. The 1250 was getting a bit old in the tooth now, so it did need a bit of an update. You've got a lot more competition now from the likes of KTM, from Triumph, from Ducati. It's not competition, they've been competition for quite a while, but everyone seems to be up in their game. So basically BMW needs to up the game to match them. Talking shite now, aren't I, again? But yeah, sitting on it, it felt a really comfortable bike, really nimble. And I'm not a BMW fan. I would veer more towards the Ducati or the Triumph Tiger. But yeah. They're a fantastic handling bike on road anyway. They defy physics. But yeah, it's a good looking bike. I like the front end treatment on it. More power, less weight. What more do you want? Yeah, the GS might be retaking its crown as the daddy of the adventure bike market. Now, if you watched my video review from last year, you will notice that my star of the show was the M1000RR, the M package one. It's on the other side of this, but I have the camera faced here because this is the XR. Believe it or not, I think this looks even more impressive. Now, I have 2 friends, believe it, 2, who bought the full carbon version, 40-odd thousand euros, 37,000 sterling, 2. Now, do you think either of them would give me a ride? Peter, Steve, what's the story? I thought we were friends here. I thought we were feckin' friends. But anyway, this one here, you've all seen the videos of Peter Hickman making a fool of himself going around the Isle of Man on this. Like, you know, what was he doing? It was embarrassing. But it looks like a hooligan bike. Let me check them for the stats. It is 201 horsepower. Like, you need 200 horsepower in this fucking thing. And this one, as displayed, is 28,000 pounds. But you get those carbon. Look at all the carbon. It does look wicked. It looks well sweet. I mean, let's not forget the other S1000RR. Again, I don't seem to be concentrating too much on the super bikes this year. I don't know why. I'm just a bit bored of them, really. Like, you know, when you've kind of got over 200 horsepower, it's like, you want another 200 horsepower super bike. So are these more bikes, I think. But then again, this is 200 horsepower. So I'm talking out me hoop again. But BMW, they still exist. They make a lot of bikes. They're as bad as KTM and Triumph, out niche and feckin' everything. There's retro bikes and other bikes, I don't feckin' know. The adventure bikes are good. The GS 1300, we know. This and the S1000RR are hooligans. That's a VR. Not really that fit, whatever. Talking crap. I'm gonna jog on now. Good luck now. Bye-bye, bye, bye-bye, bye, bye-bye. So a quick word on the GSs again while the music is going. I don't want to get shut down for copyright. Now the 1300s, if you've heard me talk about these adventure bikes over and over again, I say about the Tigers, the KTMs, it's the mid-range bikes are the way to go. Unless you're traveling 2-up or are clinically obese, you don't need a 1300cc bike. This is the 900. But having said that, this is a big girl. I'm gonna get on it, I'm gonna get on it. She is a what? Do you know what? I would not believe, unless it said 900 on the tank, I wouldn't believe it was a 900. She seems very nimble, it feels kind of nice in its feet, but I think this is the adventure version. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, GS Adventure. This is around 15 grand. Now it starts off at 12,350. This one 15 grand with all the bells and whistles on it. And now the music is coming. Anyway, I'm out of here. But these are cracking bikes. These are all the bike ever needed. It would be a toss-up for me. I would struggle between this and the Tiger 900. And I rode the Tiger 900 earlier, and we'll come back to that. Or maybe I've already done it in the video. I don't even know where I am. Good luck. It's getting too loud. Bye now. Bye. Bye. So Langen, you hear me talk about them every single year. My favorite nutters in the entire show, it's a two-stroke. A 250's two-stroke. These are nearly all sold out. Just check the last couple of shows. I keep fawning all over them. But one thing that we are going to see here this year is their new toy. It's a 4-stroke. It's a 1200cc V-twin. We're going inside. See you in a bit. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Lightspeed. It is an 1190cc V-twin. Rotax designed, courtesy of Buell. It's been raced with, Buell used it racing in the American Superbike Series. To great success, I may add. But everything else has been custom made, designed, forged. But look at these lights. This is actually an air intake. So it has a ram air system that goes in there. So this is all carbon fiber. I'm being moved by this. Everything else, the wheels are forged by themselves. I mean, it is going through homologations at the minute to try and pass Euro 5 regulations, so you can kind of see underneath there between the exhaust is a big back box, the catalytic converter. But we kind of had a little bit of a joke earlier saying, well, you know, that's what the aftermarket is for. The race exhaust, you know, strictly for off-road, like, you know, stick it in the box afterwards. But look at this, and the lights as well. It's just, the detail in this is absolutely stunning. One of my bikes of the show so far. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I should stop doing that now. Getting a bit weird. Langen, Lightspeed, absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, not the cheapest, about 42 grand. So you're talking Norton CR type money. I was on the Norton CR earlier. It's the first time that they've allowed us to actually sit in it. Every year I've fawned all over it. This year, anyway, we'll come back to that later. But this, work of art, beautiful. Okay, anyone who knows me knows I'm a big Triumph fan. I have a couple of Triumphs, still have a couple of Triumphs. Then again, I have as many Yamahas as I have Triumph. I just love all motorbikes. I don't really have a particular favorite one over another, but if I was to be pushed, Triumph would be up there along with Ducati. Now, I took this out earlier. The Rally Pro, I think it's the GT Rally Pro. Well, this is a 900 Rally Pro. This, you see, this is the problem. This is the problem with Triumph. There's too many. No, that's a GT Pro. What the hell is this? A Tiger 900 GT. This is a 900 GT Pro. How can they be the same? That's 900 Rally Pro. There's too many. You're worse than KTM and BMW. You have GT, TEs, REs. I just can't make any sense of them. So you're just going to have to go to a dealership, sit your ass on a few of them, and decide which one's right for you. The one I had my ass on earlier at the experience was this one. And I fucking loved it. I absolutely loved it. Here we are. Triumph Tiger 900 GT. GT Rally. And it looks lovely. Rally Pro. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is serious. This is so easy. I'm probably going to fall on my ass now. getting past this guy. Do I overtake? Around the inside. As you can probably tell, I love this bike. So as you can tell, the bike was absolutely awesome. Wrong bike. I will talk more about this later on when I'm on the stand, but I am sweating. I could have stayed on that all day long. Just could not shift this bike. It was just spot on. I'm gibbering because that was class. I couldn't unstick it. I engaged the ABS in the front just the once. Now I took the DesertX last year. I couldn't get the thing to stay off. It was a pain in the ass. I caught it out once, and that was because I was going really kind of hard into a new corner, a new kind of really tight, and I went, ooh, a little bit too hard, and I just, shite. I love the GT 900. We have the 1200s here. There was a test with KTM about the KTM, the Multistrada, the Tiger 1200, and the BMW GS, and the Tiger 1200 won. So you can have to look it up. I think it was Motorcycle News or Bike World or something like that. It may not have the wow factor of the Multistrada, but it's certainly better looking than the KTM and the GS. And do you know what? Looking at it, it just looks purposeful. But we also have the sport versions. Let's go have a look at them, because feckin' people are coming up behind me and annoying me. Let's go look at them quickly. The Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 11295, about 130 horsepower. Motorcycle News Bike of the Year and Naked Bike of the Year. So Naked Bike of the Year and Overall Bike of the Year. And do you know what? Actually, no, because we've had this argument before. All well and good having a naked bike. All well and good having an absolutely stonker of an engine, Moto 2 derived, whatever. What we want is fairing. That there, you've got one. You have a Moto 2 bike. Why can't you take the fairing on that, stick it on that? You used to do it before with the Daytona. I used to have a 675 Daytona race bike. I loved it. So that's the problem with this for me, is I want a sport bike. I don't want a naked bike. The other thing about it, well, I mean, MCN has already said it. It's Bike of the Year, Naked Bike of the Year. It's 130 horsepower. It weighs shag all. It's a Triumph. We have the 1200 RS over there as well. I think that's around 15 grand. You have the RR over there, which is about 17 grand, 17 and a half, something like that. That hasn't got the greatest reviews. MCN, I don't think he liked it that much. The Rocket 3. Sure, shit, utter madness, absolutely glorious bike. I don't know, whether about 25 grand? Hold on, just stay there. 23,595. Shall I go over and have a look at the Trident 660? Shall I go over and get, hold on a second there now. Yeah, can you hear me now? 7895, 80 horsepower. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me? I've got a radio mic on. 7895 and about 80 horsepower. I'm talking so much shite. You know, it's getting late in the day. I have about 25 minutes to wrap this up. We'll chat to you later on. I'm a big fan of Triumphs. There's just too many of them anymore. Buy a bobber and one of these and stick a fairing on it. And a Tiger 900. Bye-bye. Honda. Oh, Honda. 650R Honda. Ooh, Honda CRF Hondas. The Transalps. I think with the Transalps, I'm holding this now because there's only one bike I really want to go to. It's the Transalp 700, the new twin, 9,700 pounds. Good looking bikes. But to be honest, if I was going to be getting one, basically, there's going to be a bit of a war between Honda and Suzuki because they both come out with similar engines. The adventure bike one, I'd have to go for the Suzuki, the 800 DS, and we'll come back to that. I'm a bit lost here at the minute, sorry. But if I was going for the naked, I'd have to go for the Hornet. Where's the Hornet gone? I'm talking up my hoop. So I'm trying to cover this music. This music is going to get me done for copyright. I need to get the feck out of here because it's a shite song as well. Where's the Hornet? Right, we're gonna... You don't get show reviews like this anywhere, do you? Come on now. This is on another level. Honda, Goldwing, sweet, divine. 26 grand. Would you really want to be seen on that? 26 grand, what is this? Just a Goldwing. 33 grand. Jesus. Well, I suppose, if you're that big. Where's the Hornet? All right, Honda. All right, so we're going over the Hornet. Now, I just seen this earlier. It's a Hornet 500 now. It's 6.2. I don't know anything about it. 35 kilowatts. And we have, it was a Hornet 1000. All right, it's a Hornet 1000. Peak power over 110 kilowatts. What the fuck is a kilowatt? Speak English. And here we have the Hornet 750. 7,300. This makes about 90 horsepower. Let me just have a quick look. 91 horsepower. Okay, let's stop for a second and have a look at this. Can you see me now? Honda Hornet 750. There's a cracking looking bike, cracking engine. Yeah, this and the Suzuki GSX 8S came out last year. Now the Suzuki is about 10 horsepower less, but it's still getting great reviews. But so is this. It's been neck and neck between the two. This has the power, but apparently the Suzuki has the fun factor. For me, if I was in the market for a naked bike, which is going to be primarily on the roads, I'd have to go for this. I'd have to go for this over the GSX 8S purely because of the power. But if I'm going for the off-roading one, that Transalp and the V-Strom 800 DE, same engines between this and the Transalp, same engines for the 800, the GSX 8S, and the fucking, you know what I mean? Then I'd go for the V-Strom 800. But Honda. Oh yeah, forgot what I came here for. Can you still hear me? Right, this is what I'm getting excited about. I'm just grabbing my bag. I'm running out of time. You can see this now. I've got about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left here. Things I do for you. Listen, if you've any complaints, just write your answer in on a postcard and I'll send you your money back. I'll give you a full refund. Okay, there's a blade over there. There's a 1000cc blade over there. I don't really care about the blade. Actually, I do, because they're great bikes, and a mate of mine has one, and his is gorgeous. Gabriel, your bike is gorgeous. Grand paint job there from Luke. So, all right, we're going to line this up. Your man's cleaning it. We're going to get in between the two, because we have the Honda employees in the video, and they look lovely. They look gorgeous. So, here we have the savior of the super sport class. Hallelujah, the CBR 600 is back. What you may not know is my very, very first sport bike, more than 25 years ago, I don't even want to know, 27 years ago, I don't even want to think about it, was a CBR 600. And then they fell out of fashion. The insurance in the super sport class was getting more than it was for the superbike class because they were being crashed by younger people and they were getting stolen more often. And then the technology involved in them, they were getting closer and closer in price to the superbikes. So people were just like, well, why spend X amount of money on the 600 when for an extra 2 grand, 3 grand I can get the 1000? And they all fell out of favor. And also another primary reason, this is my theory, is because us men have small mickeys. So we needed the 1 litre bikes, the 1000cc bikes to make us feel more manly again. So again, the 600s fell by the wayside, even though they are more than capable of anything any one of us can handle, can throw at it, and they're far more fun. And look at this. Yes, it's gorgeous. I'm going to sit in it now. It's got wings. It's got wings. Now, apparently, this is pretty much the exact same bike as the outgoing one, which went out about 3-4 years ago now. But they've managed to twiddle a little bit with it to make it Euro 5 compliant and added the wings. Because everything's better with wings. Oh, God. I would absolutely love to get this around Mondello. My God. So this is the black one. Now, this was mobbed earlier. I'm hoping you can still see me over there. I would take either. I am so glad that Honda has brought back the CBR 600, and I hope people buy it. And the ZX6R. I know I was giving out grief about Kawasaki, but they're still holding on to the 600cc class with the ZX6R. So, you know, people need to start buying them again. Get rid of the ego. You don't need 200 horsepower. These are making about 120, just under 120 horsepower. That's more than the original blade. Loads more than the original blade. They're lighter than the original blade. They've got more electronics than the original blade. Nobody back in the early 90s thought a Fireblade was underpowered. And these are making more power. CBR 600s, go buy them, and hopefully Yamaha will bring back the R6 for road use, and maybe Suzuki will bring back the GSXR 600 and the 1000. We need it back. Right, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Off I go. Indian. Every time I come to this show, it's only these ones I care about. I really don't give a monkeys about the cruisers. It's the FTRs. We are starting off with the basic one. I think it's coming up at around 11 grand, something like that. Just give me 1 second here. Jesus, that one's 15.3. This one over here, give me 1 second. Starting off at 13 grand, but this is the one that we want. This is the carbon one. This is the daddy, and it's nearly 17 grand. I don't remember it being that expensive the last time I've been here. It's still a great looking bike, but I mean, it's an awesome looking bike, let's be honest, but I don't think I want to spend 17,000 on it. Although it seems that Indian has basically the whole American cruiser thing all to themselves this year, because there's no Harley Davidson. Now, if you watched any of my other reviews from the last few years, I've always had a little soft spot for Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson owners don't seem to like it, and they keep giving me bad comments and down votes and all that sort of shit. But that's because they don't have a sense of humor. But this year, what did I go do earlier on this year? I test rode one. Oh yeah, I test rode one in Tenerife back in January. Sport Bob? I can't remember, was it a Sport Bob? 1800cc, 1750cc, and I said, no, you know what? I'm going to ride one. I'm going to be impartial, put it all out of my mind, I'm going to ride one. And I actually enjoyed it. The video link is here. I really enjoyed it. I took it for what it was. I was open-minded and I enjoyed it. And then what happens? I finally ride and enjoy a Harley Davidson, and they decide not to have a fucking show here. So I don't know, Harley. I try and give, and you take away. Anyway, I think we're done and dusted. They've called. I've spoken enough shite. I think it's time for a pint. So that was it. Motorcycle Live 2023. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Take it easy. Till next year. Maybe. Good luck. Zero motorcycles. Fucking zero interest in fucking EV. Fucking Jesus. Oh look. Electric bikes going round and round and round and round and round and round and round. You know you fucking hate your fucking electric bikes. So that's it for another year. Another show is done and dusted. 2023 is gone, finished, over. I talk more shite than I normally did. Well, sure, you'll be well used to it by now, and if not, you would have stopped ages ago anyway, so who cares? So, yeah, we're out of here. Good luck. Hopefully we're back next year. Remember the highlights of my show? CBR 600, the ducatisuperquadro mono, whatever it's called, and the little Kawasaki ZX4 RR. Other than that, not much different than last year. Not much different from last year. But we take the good with the bad. And now I'm about to take a pint with my bad. There's no bad to having a pint. I'm out of here. Good luck. Take it easy now. Like, share, subscribe. Or not. Good luck now. Bye-bye.